and pivot here to the East, where the Birds and the team going to do battle. Again, games are pushed due to COVID, but doesn't guarantee you get your guys back. Fresh off the practice squad, Washington trotting out Garrett Gilbert as their starter. Taylor Heineke, Kyle Allen, both still COVID positive. Danny, I mean, what's the pregame pep talk here from Riverboat Ron? Hey, kid, here's the first 10 scripted, season's on the line, don't screw it up. Like, what are you saying to this guy right now?
Yeah, like just go out there. Don't try to do more cliches. Don't try to do too much. Don't turn it over. All of those things. And it was interesting because last night we saw Nick Mullins look like Superman. Like all of a sudden he brings out the cape and people already benched Baker Mayfield for Nick Mullins. I don't think that's what you're going to see in Garrett Gilbert. Nick Mullins had played a lot of football. 16 games. Garrett Gilbert has not. This is a quarterback who I do think is going to have severe limitations. That's why I think you've seen such heavy line movement. At some time, though, you do have to remember Washington does play defense, too, and Jalen Hurts hasn't exactly been lighting people up. That's why I don't think I would touch a side in this one yet. If it gets over 10.5, if it keeps drifting that way, I think you could find some value in Washington. Here, I think it's more of a stay away, and I would look at the total if you were going to attack anything. But this is going to be one of those ones where I would not expect a lot of Garrett Gilbert. He might get a shot play or two. I think you'll see them try to run the football more and take it off of his shoulders. If he's throwing it more than 35, 40 times, that is not something Riverboat Ron wants to see.
Yeah, back to the Mullins point here. Mullins was a guy that was constantly pushing C.J. Beathard for that backup job in San Francisco. We saw him be effective, and we know how things are out there in San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo. Everybody's trying to name the next guy. Mullins was that guy for a couple weeks at least. Let's take a look at this game by the numbers as well. Eagles have ballooned to 9.5-point favorites. Full 2-point shift there once Gilbert was named the starter. Totals coming in at 40, so 5 touchdowns and 2 boots to get us there. I love this game under. DK, what do you like?
I'm with you on the under. I think for a lot of aspects. One, I think Garrett Gilbert's going to struggle, but also I think the Eagles now have a tremendous amount of pressure on them mentally, but also, as far as winning, keeping their season hopes alive. Jalen Hurts has been banged up. He had that ankle issue. He has struggled with the turnover bug. I think they're going to be pretty, cautious, a little bit more conservative on the offensive side of the ball too, because they're supposed to win this game. I think they're going to try to ride their defense and say, you know what? Let's get a couple scores. Let's take control of this game, and then we'll sit on the ball. We do not want to risk losing this game to a third-string quarterback because of that. And I do think they'll be able to win, but because of that, I think they'll be more conservative nature in the second half. I think they'll really maybe even go to the 4-minute drill sooner than most teams would to just try to get out of Dodge with the win and avoid a disaster. Because if you lose this game, it is an absolute disaster for the Eagles. Because of that, I think it'll be a lower-scoring game, so I'll take the under.
I like the way you're thinking, Danny. I like the Eagles to win, but I also like Washington to cover. I'm a little higher on Garrett Gilbert. I want to call him Gilbert Gottfried every single time. I'm higher on Garrett Gilbert because of the way he played last year for the Cowboys when he had to play against the Steelers, who were undefeated at the time, and he came in and he gave that team a chance to win. Nick Mullins has more experience for sure, but I think that Garrett Gilbert has a chance to actually do some things they need him to do some things. All that said, and I think you're exactly right, Danny, Jalen Hurts is coming off an ankle injury. He was never particularly accurate this year anyway, and I think they lean on the run led by Jalen Hurts. And I didn't pick the under, but it seems reasonable. But I do pick the Eagles to win, but the Washington football team to keep it under that 9.5 number.
Ryan, I was hoping you were going to give us a Gilbert Godfrey there, but you've given us plenty, fellas. Fantastic stuff as always.
Got it.
Let's take a look at those picks once again from these two gentlemen, Seahawks and Rams. Danny Cannell is taking the Seahawks and those 7 points. Ryan Wilson not scared away by the 7. He's going to take the Rams to run away with this one. Washington and the Eagles, meanwhile, Danny Cannell, myself, liking it under that 40. Ryan Wilson, once again, sharp, taking the points.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.